For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. For we wrestle not against co-workers. For we wrestle not against aunties. For we wrestle not against uncles, grandpas, spouses, or what have you. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers. That's where I want to focus on for a second. The rulers. Because these aren't just demons. You can cast a ruler out because he sits, or it sits on a throne. Oh my God in heaven. Let's get deep, shall we? Because rulers can't be casted out. Because rulers means they have been in place to make sure that something either gets done or prevents something from being done. For example, the women in your family don't get married. You ever stop and think that, hey, wait a minute, there's a problem with this because nobody gets married? Number two, you ever stop and think that why is it that everybody in the family rents? Number three, have we ever stopped and thought, why is it that everybody gets divorced? Could it be, class, that there is a ruler assigned to what you're trying to do that's been there before you were born, that's been there before grandma was born, that's been there for decades, centuries? They have ruled in your family, and they have ruled in a clandestine way. In other words, you don't know they're there, but all you know is I keep running into a brick wall. I take 10 steps forward, but I can't get to the 11th step because there's a ruler guarding your progress. And although we go to church and we run into a wall and we pour oil down our back, all these things and all that, we do all that, but the ruler is sitting there preventing the breakthrough. I gotta have it. This is why you need a prophet in your life. Not that we're all powerful and all-knowing, but because the authority God's given us. You know, you got personal trainers, you got personal this and that, but you need a personal prophet. Ain't it right, honey? You need that. You need somebody that can see. And those around me, you know how my eyesight is. I can see and pinpoint where the issue is. And now, when I come to my altar in Spirit for Spirit Nation, my prayer altar, so to speak, I can deal with the ruler that's been dealing with the McCray bloodline, dealing with the Brown bloodline, or whatever the bloodline is. Now, you understand how difficult the prophet's life can be. Because guess what, class? It's not going to be just an easy punch. They're going to fight back. They're going to throw the kitchen sink. Throw it, I say, because I'm going to throw it right back, and then I'm going to take your Jordans. You understand what I'm saying? We fight as prophets in the spirit realm. We're not nasty. God made us like this. Amen? Because I can see now. You stole from my daddy. You stole from my granddaddy. You stole from his daddy to make everybody rent their house and never own nothing. You stole to keep them on welfare. This ruler has stolen and put things in a satanic warehouse, and they have tricked us, saying if we go to church on Sunday, all will be well. And that's not true, amen? Because you and I know that you can still go to church on Sunday and all is not well. And now people go to church, they want answers, but because they're in a non-revelatory house, they don't get this type of stuff you get tonight. And so now they leave frustrated because nothing changed, and they're going back home to a demonized spouse, crazy kids, and the ruler's sitting down laughing because he has been hiding for over 200 years to make sure that this family fails because somebody opened the door to it. Somebody made the women to be promiscuous because back 300 years ago, they were prostitutes, and now you are moving that way. Not saying prostitutes, you get what I'm saying. Amen. A ruler makes sure that you have broken relationships. He makes sure that. He makes sure you're not focused. He makes sure you die early. A ruler does that. But how do we eradicate that? By fire and by power.